Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video and some more F1 22 game news. Today we're going to be looking a little bit at this video that was uploaded on Tuesday as well, which is an interview with David Greco, who talks quite a lot about physics and handling. But of course, there's quite a few things I want to show you anyway. Starting with, as you can see on screen right now, new menus. These are the new menus that have been quietly introduced into this video. As you can see, F1 Life, presumably this will change maybe, depending on what sofa you've chosen, what wall art and what car you've chosen to display. Who are these random people? I've got absolutely no idea. I don't know who these people are. I don't know what they're doing here, to be honest. Also to note, the F1 Life menu, this is the only other menu that we really got to see, was customization. So it looks like it'd be, what customization of F1 Life? I don't know. There is some more deep dive videos coming, so it might be in there in the coming weeks. Obviously the supercars, the showroom, trophy theatre, and whatever visitors means, I don't know. Maybe these are your friends or something. I've got no idea. So yes, there is a new suspension model as well, and that's been implemented apparently. So obviously the suspension model is changed for that means, and that means that the setups are going to change. I'll go into more. I'll show you the bigger changes to custom setups that have only become apparent in this video, and didn't realise this before. But there are huge changes to big setups. But there is a new suspension model, so whether or not we'll have to wait and see if things change in terms of that. Tyres now can also create slight drag on the car, and there's probably no way of getting rid of this drag. Maybe running less PSI or whatever as well. Also to note, notice that the numbering has changed. This is here where my cursor is on screen. This is Codemaster's sole reference to the changes that FOM has made in real life. All the other stuff is still the same Codemaster stuff. So, when we were mentioned a couple of episodes now that they were going to update the user interface, that's all they've done. They've updated the position numbers. That's it. As well, players can also get beached on sausage curbs as well. That was another big thing that was announced as part of this thing. We already knew the AI could get beached on sausage curbs. Hopefully they've made it so they get less beached on sausage curbs, and you're able to drive. But if occasionally they can of course get beached on sausage curbs, it can of course happen in real life. It just doesn't really happen, those big sausage curbs. And it can be disabled for online apparently. Tyres strategy's been improved as well. So not by the looks of it though in 25% races, because we're still seeing a lot of medium to hard strategy, or soft to hard strategy here. See the old interface to compare against. But yes, so that's a little bit annoying, but apparently 3-stop strategies are available in presumably 50% races as well. Now, one thing also to note, force feedback. I don't quite know what the settings were on F1 2021, but on F1 22 there are of course these settings, which I think there's a few more settings about this, if I remember. I know this maximum rear rotation has always been there as well. Notice there's that a different angle for supercars compared to F1 and F2 as well. Underhearing stance, that's a new thing as well. That's apparently because the cars are very understeery to drive, and apparently this enhances it. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to have that on or off as well. And obviously you've got most of these, I think, are from F1 2021 as well. And the final thing in this 23-minute video, I know this is only a short video today, but there's a big thing about custom setups, and the fact that previously in F1 2021, if you had a custom setup, the front wings were 1 to 11, and now that's been changed, and they've decided to do that because it's more realistic, as opposed to having downforce upgrades as well. So although I haven't seen this, it sounds like they've removed some of the downforce upgrades from the R&D tree. Again, I haven't seen the R&D tree to confirm that, but that's what it sounds like they've done, and instead tried to take a more realistic route where with the front and the rear wing aero, they try and, well, all the teams adjust the aero every week, and to give the players more of this, they've obviously expanded from 0 to 50 as well. Now, as I say, this is obviously going to throw setups way out the window, and obviously it means that you might be adjusting more front wing as well. Again, it would be nice to see a little bit. Might need a little bit of help with that. I mean, apparently David Greco suggests that we should learn the car with the default setups before then going to go and customizing it as well. But that might be a good idea, you know, on this year's game. That's probably something I will do, is to go and have a look first at the default setups, seeing what they are like, try and learn a few of the tracks, because a lot of the tracks have changed, of course, for F1 22, excuse me, and of course you've got the new cars. So apparently, where you think you are familiar with driving an F1 car, apparently he's saying that it does take time to get used to the new cars and new handling, but I haven't tried it out myself, so I cannot comment on that as well. But custom setup, it's important to find the perfect setup apparently on F1 22, and to try and get this particularly, if you can find something that can make you do go faster, and he also said to bear in mind race day as well, because that's obviously going to have an influence between quali and race day. So it needs to be a setup that it's going to be comfortable, but you're also going to be fast with as well. And also, you know, you don't want too much wing, otherwise at some tracks it's going to be very, very light and loose, which I never like, especially on a pad. You know, because it's lock to lock steering, so you turn in far too early to a corner as well. So yes, apparently you also need to be careful about ride height and stiffness, which is that new suspension that I mentioned earlier that has come in as well. So yes, that's where I'm going to leave it today's video. If you have enjoyed, then leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and you see plenty more F1 2022 game news videos as and when they come out, as when they produce another one of these developer insight deep dive videos, or any other thing that I can find. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thanks so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.